What up, universe? We're doing some factory today. I don't know if I'm going to Gleba or not. I don't know how long I'm streaming. My steel looks really depressing. So I'm going to work on figuring that out first and foremost. Our iron's got problems. Kind of. Oh, right. No, we just had a really, really high demand for steel for a while. I would like to scale everything up. Hey, Han. Good to see ya. How's it going? The Artemis is here. Starfarer is just waiting for some fuel, and then we'll drop off more artillery shells. I wish we could fit more artillery shells. My roommate actually gave me some solid advice to just process the artillery shells here, and I think I want to start doing that. Why are you low energy? Alright. Truth be told, like the past, like, I've been like kind of sick for like the past like 11 months, and I'm going back to my doctor in like a week and a half because we don't know exactly what's wrong with me. I'm going to a specialist doctor, and it's just really like exhausting. And then anytime I get sick with something different, it becomes even more exhausting because it's like, oh great, there's some other thing wrong with me. So I think I'm just like a little overwhelmed with being alive right now. Not to say that I'm like done being alive or anything. Don't miscategorize me. I'm just tired. It's stressful at times. That's all. Hey, how do we make these shells? It's the tungsten plate and the calcite, but I feel like there's another way to get calcite I'm not thinking of. I could also just ship calcite too, but can't you get it from asteroids or something? We can, but we need Gleba science, unfortunately. So let's just ship the calcite, because how much calcite can go into rockets? We could fit 500 calcite. Oh, shush you, giant worm. Actually, why do I hear a giant worm so close? That's a surprise to me. Oh, because it's right there. My game is a little bit too loud. I bumped up the audio, but it's like blowing my ears out. Starfarer is going home. Oh, it's already home, so it's dropping all that stuff. So I'm losing my train of thought. Calcite, tungsten plate. We need 4 times as many tungsten plate as calcite. Calcite stacks to 50. Tungsten plates stack to 50 as well. So that makes it pretty easy. It's just 200 to 50. So 4 stacks to 1 stack. So let us change our requests and see if we can fix that up. What's my rocket? Am I crazy? There it is. Alright, so we're going to remove this request. We're going to change this to tungsten plate. We want 800 of it. And then we'll make a request for calcite. We want 400 of it. I don't know if we can actually store all that or not. I assume we can. Yeah, we should be just fine too. I don't think we have tungsten in a box yet. So let's try to fix tungsten in a box really quick. We must have the plates in a box somewhere, but I don't know where they could be. Oh, they go over here and just stop. Interesting. Well, it's kind of useful on its own. I wonder if it's worth belting all the way across. Probably not. I'm gonna just get it into a region with power and then put it into a box for now. I feel like I was gonna use this for something else, but I don't know what it was gonna be. We need to process more. Tungsten plate is a big issue. Didn't leave myself a ton of space to do that, unfortunately. Thank goodness for robots. I'd be in real heckin' trouble. On a much like brighter note, I guess it's like just a note in general, I got into a slot for an Enfield sponsorship, so I'll be doing an Enfield sponsor stream sometime this week, which will be really, really nice. I'm super looking forward to it. I love getting into sponsored streams for things I really enjoy. I've been having quite a nice time with Enfield so far. Oh, I have a box right there. Well, what of second box? Okay, maybe we don't need second box. Okay, so we already had that set up ahead of time, so I must have been planning for that. Or I was just using it in something else, which is almost certainly the case. Yeah, it's gonna be super nice. I'm very much looking forward to it. Okay, so now when the Starfarer goes back, we need to change what it wants. We're gonna tell it to get 800. I think it's 200 calcite. And then 800 tungsten plates. This should be able to fit that easily. That on itself is 200 shells. Like, that's going to be so much more convenient than shipping them like 20 at a time. This was obviously the solution. I should have thought of it sooner. But my roommate had to tell me, so it doesn't technically count. Can we make those in foundries? I assume we cannot make those in foundries. Or I need to be hyped for the collab. True. I'm hopefully going to store some energy today so I can be hyped for it tomorrow. I plan on doing... Normally when collabs or events come out in general in Arknights, I tend to not do the story event on stream and just do the stages, but I'm going to do the full story event and stuff. I'm really excited about it. Just funny because I didn't really care about it, but then Lily, of all people, encouraged me to watch the anime with her because she really liked it, so... Okay, so what were we looking at? We were looking at artillery shells, just so I can't... Let me open the Factoripedia. Artillery shell. Is there a way for us to make it anything else? Nope. So we'll do an assembling machine. We want to put this close to here, I think. And we're going to blacklist calcite. We're going to blacklist tungsten plate as well. I think what I'm going to do too is move this slightly further away. No, put that back. Tungsten plate and calcite. Actually, I think I'm going to have two different inserters for this. Calcite. There, so those are now being fed in automatically. We'll have some buffer of it, although eventually we'll have too much calcite, so I should plan for that. I guess if I make these requesters instead, we could store them in whatever and it shouldn't make a difference. Maybe I'll do that. That sounds like a better idea. Then we'll put the requests in the chest themselves. That way it could just go into the storage system otherwise and be put somewhere. Okay, so that'll be a request for calcite 200. And then tungsten plate 200. Or 800, not 200. 1 year, 9 months. That's crazy. Thank you so much for following me for so long. It genuinely means so much to me. I know, like, I probably say that a fair bit, but it really, really does. My life has been so heckin' blessed from people like you in it. So it needs 8, so we'll do a request for I guess 1600 explosives. That's like an excessive amount of explosives. And then we'll do 200 radars. Then we'll output into an active provider chest, and then bada bing, bada boom. These cannot use productivity modules, so we will use, I guess, quality. The one like downside of using qualities in these, maybe speed actually, because there's gonna be a lot that we need. If we use quality, we're gonna have to make different requests, which is annoying. Makes you feel better. The maintenance gives us 5 prime. I think I'm up to like 70 something right now. So with that and the stages, I should be able to get everything just fine. I hope I get all the characters pretty quickly. Or at least I just hope I get all the characters. You heckin' jerk, stop attacking my wall. Okay, so let's put speed modules in there. I'm gonna assume I don't have speed 3s on hand. I'm gonna hope I have speed 2s. If we don't, we'll fix them. Nope, it's missing for construction, so we'll just do speed 1s for now. I think we'll just have the one machine make them. Talk to me if you panic and want help. I appreciate it. Alright, radar. So that is 10 iron plates, 5 iron gear wheels, and 5 electronic circuits. So plate, gear wheel, circuit, rocket, engine, valve. What can we find? Plates. Circuits, gear wheels. This is good enough right here. Wonder why this splits like this. Not that it's a big deal. A little bit jank, but it should be fine for making radars, although it needs to make a lot of heckin' radars. How quickly do radars craft? If they're not quick, then that might be problematic. I mean, we don't need that many of them. Oh, they craft incredibly fast. Great. Fantastic news. In fact, you probably want to put a stack inserter there instead, or a bulk inserter. Okay. So now we should be set on the radar front. It's not as fast as we can do them, but it's pretty good. Oh, I'll absolutely stay hydrated to that. You stay hydrated as well. Cool. So those are set up. We need to set up one other thing, but what was it? It was explosives. Do we not have explosives set up anywhere? We totally do. But they just go directly into cannon shells. We also have only a single explosive setup, but I don't think we need that many shit anyway, so we can just set up this and it'll be fine. The Starfarer is going back, which means it's going to go with its new requests of the calcite and the tungsten plate, which means we have pretty good timing on this. Oh, this poor lake here, we turned it green. I hate that for us. At least the fishies are still living their best life in there, though. Alright, so the Starfarer is about halfway. We are going to have bots like pretty much constantly delivering stuff for a very long time. How quick are explosives made? They're heckin' ultra slow. Oofies. I think I'm gonna jerry-rig this just because the placement's so jank. We are like constantly getting attacked now, I feel. I'm sure our power can handle this. Our power should be like the least of our worries with how much uranium we have made. I can also crank up our power just by like having these not activating in their like slower mode. You have robots to protect? I got little dudes that fly around, wrecking cute. So kinda. I mean, they can die, so I certainly don't want them to die. These little bots living their best life, carrying stuff around, building. I like robots. That's probably like the most lukewarm take of all time, but I don't know. What I really like are like Gundams and mechs and stuff. I was always really big on those when I was younger. Even when I'm older, what am I saying? They've always been cool. Who doesn't like giant robots? Okay, so let's look at the Starfarer. So it's gonna have a weird trip this time. I need to go down to Volcanus. Do we want to ship these up is the question. Can I remove these? I'm gonna just remove these shells, I think. Which change these to bulk inserters as well. I really hope I set up bulk inserters. Looks like I did. Did you watch Power Rangers as a kid? Heck yeah, me and my sister did together. It was awesome. I think it was Power Rangers in Space or whatever was the one that we really were into. Maybe that's dating myself though. That doesn't matter. Alright, so 1,000 can go on a ship, right? Or 500 can? Alright, we should change this then. To 500 and 1,000 then. How many can go on a ship? 250? Yeah, this is fine. We want it to be even numbers because the ship really doesn't like when you deliver non-even numbers. Wait, did that just ruin my ratios? What am I thinking? I mean, the rocket capacity does want 500, so I guess I should bring us up to 2,000, but there's no way we could fit 2,000 on a ship at once, so we'll just do 1,000. Our ratios will be a little bit off, and maybe we can find something to do with the calcite. It should be fine. I mean, maybe the Starfarer just has the space for it. No, it totally has the space for it. We're doing it. Because that's already the 800 fulfilled. Or no, it's 500. So 500. 1,000, 2,000. I think it can barely fit. We might have to drop a little bit of stuff off, but I think it's fine. I'm just going to drop the excess bullets because I shouldn't need them. What the ship throwing? Off the side here, it's throwing iron ore and carbon, which is just like I break the meteorites that fly in, like this one right here. This one's gonna fly in. My turrets are gonna shoot them. Then the little grabbers over here are going to grab the little bits of meteorite that come out of it. They're going to go through my system. They're going to get processed in the crusher, and then it'll spit out different materials. And then when I have excessive ones, I just throw them back into space because it's not probably the best for the environment, but it doesn't do anything bad in the game, so hopefully it's fine. It puts them on the little thing. They go down here. I always liked games like this. Actually, no, that's not true. I was going to say I always liked games like this. I hated games like this, actually. I was really not a fan of this kind of game for a very long time. But my roommate got me to try that at one point, and I started to really like it. So why is Volcanus not firing up more? Okay, I see. Because it took a weird amount of each. Automatically request supplies from logistic networks to fill. Does that fix my problem? Automatic requests from space platform. So will you fill in your own now successfully, or do you need me to do something? Okay, so you're requesting the 500. Great. Okay, cool. If you're going to do that automatically, I'm going to just leave that setting on. That's a lot easier than what I was doing, but I feel like that wasn't working previously, but maybe it's because I have an even number now. It'll be fine. But now it sees I want 500 calcite, so now it's like, let's get 500 calcite. Boom. That is literally 500 calcite. Which is good, but also bad. It's going to be more than I wanted to fit on the ship right now. Maybe I'll just send it home prematurely. I can also drop a few things off of it. Actually, yeah, let's just drop the excess calcite. It shouldn't make a difference firing it down. Now it has all 500. So for it to successfully get 2,000 of this, it needs to do 4 lines of it. I think we need to clean up its inventory a little bit more. I don't want to get rid of the solar panels and beacons in case I need them, and the repair packs are nice to have too. I'm probably going to regret getting rid of the inserters and belts, but that's 2 easy slots, so let's get rid of them. I'll keep everything else on for now. So what is Volcanus telling it now? It wants 250 because 250 fits in the thing. So it's just trying to fill an entire rocket with what it needs. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to change this out of a requester chest then. And make it just into a storage chest. Fires up the 250 calcite. I mean, that's one trip is going to be enough for like so long with how much is going to be stored. I should try to do some science in the meantime too. We have 700 on right now. So now we have like 1,000. Oh my god, it's gonna like barely fit, I think. Surprised you get attacked by aliens or something. There's surprisingly no aliens in space that I've ever seen. They're like bugs, but they attack me like all the time. Back in pesky. But hopefully this will solve my bug problem and also solve my weird pentapod problem when I go to the next planet. We are trying to make artillery shells. We have 1220 or 1220 right now, so we need 750 more. So yeah, this will be fine. Like barely fine. Should be arriving another 250 now, and then I'll send him. Planning to go to Mars or something? Planning to go to Gleba, which is this beautiful globe right here. A humid, swampy planet with deep bogs, snaking hills, and fertile land, rich in nutrients. Swamp terrain can be landfill. High ground impedes railway, but is needed for agriculture. Basically, it's going to be a whole factory made with, like, kind of living parts, sort of. But not in a freaky way, more like a cool way. Oh, it's going to need a whole extra one because it didn't fit 30. I'm going to just send it once it gets one more, I think. Or 2 more, rather than wait for the extra one. It loads really quick, at least. You already took control of 2 planets? Yeah, right now I have Novice, which is where I started, and Volcanus, which is, their whole thing is the big giant worms. Which is wherever these like red striped lines are, there's a big giant worm holding territory there. So I try not to mess with them too much, but I also want to make the factory a little bit bigger at some point. And there's Fulgora, where it's just lightning storms all the time. Aquilo, where everything's frozen, but I've never been to Aquilo. I've been to all the planets before Aquilo, and then there's the edge of the solar system, and you're supposed to try to go all the way to the shattered planet, which is really, really, really far away, 4 million kilometers. But then you have to make a really, really strong ship to be able to do it. So that's the goal. I've never done it before. My rail production is heckin' way too slow because my Production of iron sticks is a single machine. Okay. Well, at least this is easily fixable. Planet of Lightning Storm sounds fun. It was the first planet I went to when they released the planets, and it's very interesting because it is dangerous to be like anywhere that's not like with a power pole. Like you have these special like lightning rods that'll like protect you as long as you're under them, but there's no enemies on that planet at all. So like you have a lot of time to focus on like figuring out how to make a nice design, but also you have to deal with the fact that you have a lot of excess of stuff. You make a lot of like you break down basically old salvage from an old civilization. Because of that, you end up with a bunch of extra stuff that you might not necessarily need. So it's an interesting situation to be in, rather than like, oh, I need to fight all these aliens and stuff. You're in a situation where it's better to just play it safe. Oh no, were you getting another request? Did you already fire it? No, okay. Great. Well, in that case, I think I just took all of the tungsten off the planet, so we're just gonna send it. It should be fine to go now. It's a crazy large request. That was certainly like all the tungsten we had. Right? And that's why it's not filling quickly. Oh no, we still have a bunch left. Wow, we have so much tungsten. That actually surprises me a fair deal. I kind of thought we were struggling to make it at a decent pace, but we still have a lot. Oh, it's because our science backed up. Okay, that's fine. So the Starfarer is going to bring that stuff back. That stuff's going to land, and then it's immediately going to be put into storage chest, which will move into here. Uh-oh. What? Why? Why is the Starfarer getting damaged? It has literally never had an issue flying. I wonder what went wrong. I just took walls off it too. Thankfully we could send walls back up, but poor Starfarer. It didn't heckin' deserve to get ouchied for no reason. Alright, cool. It reconstructed everything at least. Alright, so why are we not requesting this down here? Did I forget to put it into this? I did, in fact, forget to put it into this. So we'll put a request for calcite and we'll make it 500 of it if we can actually type, but we can't type. And then we need tungsten plate. 2,000 of it. I know what's wrong. The spaceship is moving, flying into asteroids, so if you never make the ship move, the problem will cease to exist. Oh my god, wait. That actually makes a great deal of sense. I hadn't considered that, and I really appreciate it. Oh, can you guys just, like, move it from there? For some reason, I thought that wouldn't be, like, in logistics. In that case, I'm going to remove calcites from logistics. No, actually, we'll leave it in there. It's a little bit inconvenient for the second, but it's fine. I never really checked how quickly these are crafted. They're not crafted that quickly, but it's fine. It's gonna be better than just shipping like 30 at a time. Now it can just straight chill for a while. I still don't know what went wrong though. Like obviously it was moving. I fully appreciate that. Maybe I should make red ammo. What does red ammo take? Steel or something? It doesn't take steel, right? It does take steel. I could put in requests for steel and then craft it, but that's such a pain. Copper too. It's probably going to be easier. There's like a tech for that, right? Like asteroid something or other. Reprocessing will give you copper. Okay, so if we can reprocess it and then make copper, we can certainly deal with that and just... No, because we can smelt steel up here too. With a big enough ship, we can easily just use reprocessing to make red ammo, but that's not viable right now. I just took the turrets off too. I didn't take the turrets off, but I did take the grabby hands off, which is super un-Fortnite. Next, my ship. There it is. I'll just walk over. Oh, some of the spaceship designs in this game are crazy. Mine are very rudimentary. My roommate has a like it's basically like a diamond. It almost looks like an evil villainous ship in some kind of fantasy show. Okay, the grabby hands are going up there. I think I'm gonna scale down the requests. I mean, that request isn't that bad, I guess. Do we have space for it with the grabby hands and stuff on? I feel like it was really tight before. Let's just take off. No, we should probably leave the... I took off the foundation. It's not going to happen again. We have 2 more gun turrets up there. What could go wrong? This is not copium. I should definitely set up more than one of these crafters. Everything in my heart tells me I should. But am I going to? I think that's going to be a firm no. I should. I totally identify that I should, and that the right course of action for a successful factory and for good success in my future is to make another one of these. That is like so right. You're absolutely correct about that. Oh look, it's going so fast now. You have such diminishing returns, you jerks. Oh my gosh, it's working so well. I didn't see where they were getting delivered to, but this nest is already gone. Oh, here's another one. I figured just by setting these up and then making these, we would just push the walls out naturally. So I want to expand out. Specifically, I want to get that copper ore over there. And I figured artillery is a solid way to do it. I could also set up the wagon. We have 1 artillery wagon, which is not quite enough, though. Although we might be able to just make the artilleries here. Do they take anything unique past... No, it's just tungsten plate. So I can actually make artillery turrets here, and I think the wagons are the same, except for they take wheels. Yeah, they take wheels, which is quite funny because it makes sense since they are, you know, on a rail, which necessitates wheels. Heck, I feel a little bit bad about it, but the biters have messed me up so much before. How much damage up is this? It's kind of mediocre. The range goes up quite nice. We don't need shooting speed. So shooting speed is nice in theory and might have some merit at points. But at least currently, it's not going to do anything for us. I'm going to buff for more purple science, I think. I keep running out of it. We also have like a massive excess of space science, so burning some on artillery shell range too is probably a solid idea. You gotta go prepare for stuff for going to sleep, but like have fun. Thanks for stopping in, Han. I really appreciate it. Super nice to see ya. Oh man, every time I see our green circuit line, especially when like zoomed out like this, it's got me feeling something. Ba-doom. Oh, that's interesting conceptually. The bots can carry like a few things each, right? Can I increase their cargo? No, it's capped out. So they can carry 3 things right now then. So they're bringing 3 shells each time, which is pretty nice for the clearing effort. A range up would be nice too. I don't even know if this shell up is going to make a difference, this damage up is going to make a difference, because it's going to be 10% more, and I don't think that the 10% is going to be enough to push a single shot kill, though it would be nice. Although I think it's infinite. It's probably worth going for regardless. Hey, I've been kind of putting off going to Gleba too, but I wanted to sort out that artillery, or the artillery shell crafting, because my roommate gave me the idea for it. Actually, my roommate was like, that's what I've been doing for a long time, and I was like, really? Kind of missed that part. I need to change the cargo bit of this. Actually, it shouldn't matter. I could just remove the cargo bit. It's going to not have enough fuel, almost certainly, for a while, because it produces the red fuel, the thruster fuel, a little bit slowly. Why are like all the shots going over here? Not that I'm super upset about it. I'm just a little bit confused. Maybe it's got a priority for like the northwest. Oh yeah, they're heckin' bring it over there first. That's fine. We'll do it in a sweeping motion. It's gonna be one of those things where we don't have to think about it. And then when the walls get pushed back further, our pollution won't be as big of an issue. We do need to worry about that. So I think I'll queue up. It might be too much for our science, but I think I'll do another range one as well. Actually, we'll hold off on the range until we get a small stockpile of shells. So I think each of these is only requesting like 10 shells or something. Where's the other one I placed over here? Oh, you have nothing in your range. You're just straight chilling. Nice. I'm going to send the Artemis to Gleba. I'm not going to go on it, but I'm going to send it to Gleba just to see how it does. I don't think it can survive. I don't think it's going to die. I think we can bring it back home, but I think it's going to struggle with the power. Because I know that Gleba has messed up power output, and we're already dropping quite a bit. But what I wanted to see is how bad it'll get. Alright, I'm gonna turn off thrusters now. We're not taking any hits, which is nice. Okay, maybe it'll be fine. The accumulators aren't getting any juice, but that makes sense since the machines are probably not running at full capacity. Oh yeah, no, they're heckin' conked. It is not... Everything is not cash money. Oh, we don't have any... We have the only modules I don't want on there. We need efficiency modules. Yikes. Like, it's not the worst, but it's certainly not good. Slapping a few efficiency modules and things would be a good idea. Aww. Our asteroid collectors are doing their best. I think it'll be fine to get it home at least. We'll just let it chill for a little bit, see how long it takes, but this is kind of what I wanted to check before slamming myself there and realizing that we were going to be ultra cooked. I think there's enough fuel to make it back right now anyways. We're just letting it drift into Gleba. We'll bring it back. We need to work on that. How is the crafting of artillery shells going? 119 finished? All right, you're fine. See, we only needed one. Yeah, and now it's just kind of loading ones that have finished their pushback. Sweet. But yeah, this nest is going over here. Nice. This is so satisfying. Heck you. Oh no, bot, don't go across the ocean. I mean, maybe that's your fine path. As long as there's no enemies there, it should be fine. Cool. So this is good. So these are going to build up. So I'm actually going to be fine after this shell up or damage up to go over to the range up, I think, because we'll have a small queue of stuff. But the downside of that is the moment we get it, it's just going to fire off a bunch. When I was playing the Death World Marathon with my roommate, as soon as we got an upgrade, I guess it wasn't as soon as, but a little bit afterwards, my artillery shell and Gleba, I only had one of them set up like kind of like near my base just in case something funky happened. It like nicked something off screen that I didn't notice, and then suddenly I had a large pentapod, like I guess it was a medium pentapod, a stomper, like on my everything, and that was kind of miserable. Excuse me. So the Artemis is at Gleba, which means we can actually look at Gleba now. Oh no, can we not look at it till we land on it? That's okay. I was thinking we could see it right away. So The belts are certainly filling. In spite of having the power issues, the belts are certainly filling. And now we're starting to build up stuff. Why is it building up now? Because these are like chilling, I guess. Collectors don't have to work as much. Okay, no, it's because the grinders weren't doing anything for a bit. So we definitely need a bunch of efficiency modules, and that's fine. I'm going to send it back to Novice. I'm pretty sure I can make it home. It's just going to charge much better once it's back home. Kind of stressful though, it cuts it close. Projectile damage up might not be a terrible idea. Shame there's no tech for like more capacity of a magazine, you know? Not that it's that big of a deal, but it would be interesting to make a magazine last longer. Since quality doesn't affect it, it's just its damage. I could produce quality ammo on here. I mean, it might technically clog the belt, but it shouldn't. Should eventually be picked up. Cool, it made it just fine. So, efficiency modules are like the culprit, or I guess the number one thing we need to send up. So I'm going to send those up immediately, and we're going to just install those and everything. I don't know if it'll be quite enough on its own, but it should tip the tide at least, which would be a nice boon. To deliver that to the Artemis. It's so weird with all the attacks that are happening, but it's just because we're attacking things we've never attacked before. I'm dealing with pests. Oh, it's so beautiful. This is a really nice choke point. I'm glad this doesn't connect here. If this connected, that would be not wildly inconvenient, but mildly inconvenient. So you're done with shooting things too. The steel is still kind of hurting, but we're chunking through the iron. Wait a minute, we're like chunking through the iron now. Is this a belt issue? Kind of yes, kind of no. Because, like, it could be a belt issue. But we're also just using it extremely quickly. It's okay, this expansion's a good idea. Really did not think that these belts would be something I'd need to upgrade. I mean, it might not even make that big of a difference, but it might. I should have just upgrade planned. I don't know why I did it in such a complex way. I need a third iron train. I think we just need another iron mine too. Those are blue belts. We can make green belts now, right? Should make green belts. Why do we have such a high demand for chips? Because we're doing rocket stuff? Is that why? Oh, we're doing rocket stuff and a bunch of science. That makes sense. It's so hard to have everything exactly how you want it to be. I should have started earlier on with like proper balancing of numbers and things, but I didn't because I was like, it'll be fine. Let's not think about it. It'll be future us problem. Now future us is here like, man. There's 221 robots in here. That's so annoying. I guess it's not that annoying. I just want to move it because it's on top of a coal patch. There we go. And then slam this bad boy back down. I just want to clear out this coal patch, not because it like needs to be cleared out, just because it'll make me feel better if it did. I just don't want to look at it anymore. It disgusts me. Or input priority, right? Not output priority, right? There we go. I'd rather just use up that patch first. Pretty consistent 117 science per minute, 118. Right, so let's go fix the Artemis. It has no water. Kind of a surprise to me. Maybe we should have left it above whatever that gets called. Gleba for a little while. I can't believe I forgot the name of Gleba. I'm losing it. Consider the sauce lost. Or I guess me lost in the sauce. It doesn't really matter. Who cares? I didn't think you could module those. I could always change this beacon to efficiency. It'll slow down everything a bit. I don't really know how fast we need to make bullets over time, though. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I was going to set this up so that when we had something excessive. Let me go look at... There's something in the Factoriopedia where you could see, like, Gleba's, like, space junk. Space route from Novice to Gleba. Perfect. So... we start out with a tremendous amount of metallic asteroid chunks, which become way more rare, and then medium carbonic, or no, carbonic asteroid chunk becomes the most common when we're there. Let's look at the other way around. That'll probably be easier to look at. I mean, it's probably the same thing. It is, there's only one you could look at. It's fine. Oxide becomes very, very, very rare, but carbonic becomes very common. I don't think we really need excess carbonic. We're always high on it, so I'm going to set up for that. Did I set up any wiring for this, or does it just do it arbitrarily? It does. It checks for how many bullets are available, and then it activates. Why do I have it like that? Because this is saying once we have enough iron, we can get rid of it. Okay. So we should set up some wiring for that as well. That's the same wiring right now, of course. I could have just seen that. I didn't realize. So instead, I'm going to have it check... It's too far. I mean, it should be fine to just connect wires along the way anyways. What wires are on here? These red ones? These red wires are already reading the contents, but I want to bring it along, like, here. I'm going to disconnect to the green wire. And I will have this enable/disable when carbon. You should be reading the carbon content here. So that's over 100. So I guess I'll do it when it's over 100 as well. Just have the consistency there. Because if it's already like overflowing, they're going to just dump through here, so it should be able to grab some to help. Okay, we got damage to... I wish that it would scale more than just 10% each time. But I imagine that's just going to be the case, but that's fine. I mean, it's still a pretty good amount of damage. It would have just been nice to be able to outscale the shells, or the nests ever so slightly. How much do they have now? They have 2487. 2487. Yeah, they only have 1000 plus 200. Okay, I don't know about hitting that worm over hitting the nest there. I'm trying to do some science here. Artillery, can you... Are you aiming at this one? Pretty sure you just got a shot, didn't you? Oh, you're messing with me. Okay. Stop shooting at the worms. I could, I guess, demand a shot at that specifically. Surely they're delivering another shot. They are, but they're tired. I should set up more bot lines across the way. They don't get as tired. I'm surprised they're coming from all the way over there when they craft it over here. Sweet. Oh, I never changed the request of these, so this should be 500. This should be 2000. I wonder if I can set up wiring in such a way where it'll only demand more after these hit a certain low. It's a fun thought. How did its buffer do? We've built up a little bit more. I'm actually a little bit surprised. One, that tank isn't moving in spite of its treads being directly on a belt. But two, that our science doesn't appear to be hurting nearly as much as I expected it to. I'd like bigger buffers of all of the science rather than just 800. I'd like 2000 of all of them. Because some of these like long-term like infinite scaling researches require like 2, 3, 4,000 of them. So having that much ready to go when I'm like on a whim, let's send it. It's a good idea. So what is the Starfarer doing? I don't know if we really need another request for that. I think we're going to just go and turn the science request back on. Oh, I should have left the request. I'm dumb. Let me add that back in. So it's calcite, because we can just toggle this whenever we need it. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to have it so... I think it was 500 calcite and 2000 tungsten plate. We'll just have it so that it can be queued up whenever we want to. It'll be easy to toggle on. And it will request the 2000 metallurgic science packs. Because it's fully backed up on science packs now, so moving another 2000 is a perfectly fine thing to do. Okay, so what was up with the Artemis? Right, we installed our crushers, or I put efficiency modules on our crushers and our crafters. It's trying to produce fuel, but the ice melting is a problem. Can I have a second? Oh, you know what? I'm going to use the same logic here. I'm going to just connect this to the red there, and I'm going to have it read for enable, disable. We're going to look for iron, or actually I could use the previous logic we had. I don't want it to be or, because this one's actually going to be even easier, so I'm going to disconnect that actually. I'm going to do what we had before. Can I actually do that from ship to ship? That'd actually be really dope if so. Cool, that does work. So we're going to read all contents and we'll hold all belts. So now this is going to look for that, and it's going to filter specifically. Oh, but this is on this specific recipe. I would need some sort of combinator to tell it to switch, so this doesn't quite work. Wonder how I could do that. how to use combinator to switch recipe. I know it's a thing you can do. I don't know how to do it though. I could certainly fit a second crusher in. I mean, this shouldn't be necessary. This was really only be necessary like right now, so let's not worry about it. It should, in theory, be able to produce more. Oh, just being able to have it set its recipe based on like where we were would be so cool though. Not that it matters. But it should be fine once we're actually going to Gleba because there should be way more of those sitting over there. Much like how there's more iron above Volcanus. I'm accomplishing so little. We're pushing back the biters a little bit. So I guess that's something. Oh, I was like, why is that not reaching? Because that's the wrong kind of cable. We want a big electric pole. I think I'm going to just set these up across here just so there's like a stopping point for the bots to be a little more comfortable. They can also see the oil field, which I guess will be a boon. Not the most necessary thing in the world. We can probably just place these ourselves. Make it quick. If you want something done, do it yourself. I guess if you want it done right. I mean, bots will do it right too. I don't know why I'm being rude to bots. I'm not feeling very bot accepting today for some reason. Are these part of my thing? There's a lot more biters in this western area than I would have expected. We didn't get any attacks. I guess it's because this wall is pushed so much further out than the rest of the factory. I think I'm going to set up the artillery range. That one gives us double the range, so I think that'll make a lot of biters angry, but I really want to just like clear out this area. And then what I think I'm going to do is just like make a box upwards here. Rather than extend this whole wall out, I just want to get across the water. It would be nice to get elevated rails for that too, actually. Oh my god, elevated rails would go so hard there. But also a little bit of landfill is going to be similar enough. I get so little done when I play Factorio sometimes. Sometimes I have like the ultra productive times and other times I'm just like, yeah, no, it's not getting done. We're just gonna admire the bots a little bit and talk to ourselves. All right, let's start loading up the Artemis for Operation Glebatorius Maximus. What do we need? I want roboports for sure. Did I like walk like way past it? I'm so like, what is this base? Did I blueprint this whole base? This is my own design. Okay, so bulk inserters, Artemis, boom. Do I not have a request for roboports? Are we not making roboports? Surely we're making roboports. Uh-oh. Why, whoa, how... Explain to me how this could have possibly happened. Why? How, at what point was there... How was something moved for this to, like, break? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it works now, but, like, why was there just a spot here where it didn't connect to my belt? I must have moved something at some point. That is very funny, though. I was like, I can't believe we've run out of iron. That's actually terrible, but no. We've not. I just didn't have the Roboport maker on for a while, I guess. We have a few high-quality ones. No, I actually want those. Don't remove that. I'm sorry for telling you to do that. Quality is such a fun feature. I wish it was easier for me to, like, automate quality, I guess. I mean, not automate quality, but, like, if you're not making, like, everything quality or have, like, a bunch of quality stuff, if you just make a handful of it, it's, like, a kind of a pain to, like, actually work with. What changes for these? Charging speed? It is charging speed. In that case, you're going here. Congratulations. Hooray. I bet you the pulls go extremely hard. Hoping the bots will take this as like a hint. This will improve their general travel times. I think we're gonna need more oil soon too. Did we ever find another oil, or is that the new oil? We did find a new oil, but I swear that was like over 1,000 and now it's only 800. That one only says 79, but we only see 4 of the nodes. I'm willing to bet there's more, so this will be a good thing. Getting this artillery shell range up will let us push out a little passively, and then we can... I'm not gonna go like super crazy on killing biters right now, but I will set up like a few artillery shells and like turrets and like a box effectively around mines and stuff, just to stop them from spreading near them. We're basically always going to see our walls getting smacked for the near future. Oh, but look at how good they're doing. Look at the lack of red in our walls. There's still quite a bit up there. I'm surprised. Oh, boom. Oh, we're like a little bit shy of killing. It's a shame. I don't think another 10% would do it though. You know, I never set up any to the east over here. That's actually a mistake. I forgot that this wall exists. Do we have an artilleries left? I'm willing to bet we don't. Nah, okay, I'll craft a few of them then. How's the power doing? I imagine we're just fine. We're just fine, but we're 60% of the way there of needing to deal with that. It is pretty easy to deal with in our current situation. We have so much extra uranium power that it's like cranking it up should be a drop in the uranium bucket, as they say. Who says that? I don't know. I didn't think I'd be put on the spot like this. Frankly, I'm a little bit insulted that you would put me on the spot like that. So we need gear wheels, tungsten plate. Apparently a lot of tungsten plate. Refined concrete and some gear wheels. Let's go grab those. I only want to make one of them and just stick it up there. Gear wheels, pog. Where do we have refined concrete? We don't have refined concrete. We have concrete? We have concrete. That's like half of the effort, probably. How do you make refined concrete? I don't actually know. Concrete, water, iron stick, steel plate. Okay. Me, why are my steel plates struggling so much? Also me, it feeds directly into my concrete rather than anything else at the start of the chain. Wow, that was like perfect. I'm just built different. I don't know what to tell you. When I was in the oven, they were just like, you know what? Let her cook. Wait, that was iron plates and not gear wheels, right? Was it plates? Iron sticks. Okay, that's like iron plates. There's not a meaningful difference between these. But if you close your eyes, there is a slight difference because they're different things. Okay, then we need some agua, which should be easy enough because we have it. Mere. I was gonna say picoseconds and I was gonna say centimeters, neither of which were what I wanted to express, which is so dope that that's how that went. Cool. I need to make better speed modules, but I was gonna wait till Fulgora until I started doing that kind of stuff. Relatively un-Fortnite. Oh, it makes 10 at a time. That's actually quite nice. How much is it for an artillery? It is 60 of them. Just gonna wait out a few more because I don't think we can hand make those. No, it has a liquid, so we shouldn't be able to. Hey Q, how's it going? Did you watch the big sports game? I watched up until like the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. It was kind of sad. I mean, I don't really want the Patriots to win. A lot of people that I've known in my past certainly did, so I kind of could feel all of them cry out at once. It's like when you feel like something in the lifeblood of the planet has died. Like, you know, that like dramatic moment. That's kind of what I was feeling. Are you getting science, my dude? You have gotten science, my dude. Well done. Yeah, last 5 minutes are about the same as the other 55 minutes. Nothing against the Seahawks. Like, I'm happy that they won. Don't get me wrong. Or I guess I'm like apathetic that they won. Look, it's hard to care about anything that's not the Vikings, you got me. And even then, it's hard to care about the Vikings recently. It's funny. I think the Patriots will be okay in future years. Yeah, they'll be fine. Is this a separate oil patch? No, okay, I'm tapping into that. Why does it look like I'm not tapping into all of them? No, I am, okay. Thought that was a problem, but it was not. That is not in the system. Oh. Wakari Mashita, as the kids say. I was wondering why that one was so strange. Why it hadn't been placed, apparently. I think a recent Super Bowl winning QB played for the Vikings not long ago, yeah. It's been a tough 30 years. I mean, maybe not 30 years. It's been a tough 20 years, though, I would say. Is there a bot coming across the universe to place that? Honestly, I'm gonna just send you home, I think. Because you're just gonna like heckin' straight chill out here. Otherwise, I don't really want you straight chilling out here. So those nests are actually quite daunting. So I am a little bit worried about how this one's going to perform against the deluge of time. Because that looks gnarly. I don't have any turrets on me. Maybe I should just watch the first one and make sure this wall can hold. It should be fine. Oh my gosh, I didn't know the bot was going to turn on. It's been a rough years. I got a really cool sponsorship, but I'm not doing the sponsor stream right now, but I'm going to just leave the bot run. I don't see why not. Oh, look at them. They're doing their best. Where do you need a Roboport? Yeah, I definitely need a better line of stuff over here. I really should have just made different systems, but it's too late now. But yeah, download Arknight's Enfield now. PC only for supporting the stream. Oh, you're bringing me that. Thank you. That's not necessary. Reach, I think it's certain levels, and then I get money, which is cool. I think it just one-hit one of the nests. Oh no, that was just a worm. Okay. My big concern is this nest more than anything else. Although with how slow they get the stuff out here, might not really be a concern. Those are not connected. Ooh, hiss. Ooh. I hate it here. I was promised a pony. All I got was this dumb horse. Ooh, I think I just placed it like a crap load of dumb ghosts over here. I was not paying enough attention. You must have fired at the big nest. You heckin' did. This took a surprising amount of damage. Can I get robot speed, or is that not available right now? Requires electromagnetic science packs, but it's a pretty meaty amount of speed each upgrade. I feel like all hell's gonna break loose. I'm gonna like... I'm sure it'll be fine, but I'm gonna save before artillery shell range 2 pops off, because that's gonna be a lot of artillery shells firing at once. Let's see what you do. You actually got like a crap load of worms at the same time, or biters, which is not bad. Oh, we're so close to killing the nest. That would save so many shells and so much time. Okay, so there's a bunch of medium biters, or big biters even. I thought those were mediums. Without spitters, they should, yeah, just be toast. Some medium biters, medium spitters. I probably overthought like the dangers of this wall. But I was just scared if it hit like, it hasn't hit this nest yet. That's the thing I'm really worried about. Because like these are red circles that encompass the artillery. Actually, let me turn off everything but that because it'll be a lot easier to see. These like light red circles are how much artillery range we have, and they're about to like go up like 50% basically. It's plus 100%, but it's already at like 200%, so it's not going to be like a full thing. But man, all these are just going to be like, we can suddenly see things to fire at, and you're going to just see a large amount of shots fired at once. And that means a lot of angry biteys at once. Oh, here it goes. There's the shots. Oh my god, I love them. Go, 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 boom, boom, boom. That's kind of beautiful in a way. It's like watching fireworks. And now we're going to have a red pop-up of a lot of angry biters. Oh, that was cool though. Seeing the zoom out of the shots, I really like that. Did we just like kill most of them on the way, or are they just taking a while to get here? Oh my goodness. See, that's, I mean, it's not the biggest wave, but it's certainly more sizable than this wall has ever seen. Heck yeah, heck those biters. Ooh, there's a copper thing there too, but it's small. There's a boatload of copper to our south. Holy. Is there any iron? I thought that was an iron patch, but unfortunately it's just a water patch, which is not quite like iron. It looks like we got most of the iron here. There's a small amount of it up here. I mean, it's probably a lot of it up here. We just can't see it yet. It was satisfying though. I'm glad we got to see the fireworks show. I'm going to assume that this wall is fine now because they haven't had any meaningful issues. We're now making 400k iron plates per hour. I don't know how, in goodness's name, our iron plates per hour could have gone up because I haven't done anything to change the production rate of iron plates anytime recently, other than adding in those blue belts a very long time ago. But we'll take it, I guess. Let's see, there's the angry walls. Why did the artillery stop crafting? I realize now that I looked at it and the box was only half full. I mean, they could have been delivering still, but I assume we ran out of some resource and I need to fix it. It ran out of explosivos. We're not making explosivos fast enough. It will improve our explosivo production. I know that I did it kind of lazy before and just took what we had and added to it. We have a second explosivo maker up there. Where are the explosivos? Nah, it's not explosivos. That is a mere heat exchanger, which has EX in it, which is like explosivo, but a lot less explosivo-y if I were to pick like a way to describe it. Why do I have a pipe of petroleum running down here, but no like use for it? That's a rhetorical question, by the way. You're off the hook if you don't know the answer to it. The actual answer is I probably had solid fuel there before, if I were to guess, because I think this is roughly where my steam setup was. Okay, we need the agua down here as well. Okay, so then I want you to output here, and it'll go here, and then I'll underground it from here to here. And then that'll go in the same box, and that'll just get picked up when it's available. That should double my production, which will be quite nice. The iron's still hurting pretty bad, but again, I've been stressing the factory, so it makes sense. I should go back to firing stuff up to Gleba, or the Artemis, I guess it was called. Gleba is the planet, the Artemis is the ship. So we obviously need assembling machines. I'm sorry. The Artemis took it upon itself because of my own bad decision making, for the record, to go back to Gleba and just straight chill here for a while. That's on me because I didn't tell it to not do that after I told it to come home. However, that's kind of a big oofy moment, as it were. I guess I can see that if this is working or not. Oh, it's not working. Now it's working. No. Now it's working. So this is offloading at 100. I'm going to bring it down to 90 or 105. Bring it up to 105. Cool. That's better. Like, the Artemis did nothing wrong. However, it is now, what, like 14,000 kilometers away from us, which is kind of ultra cringe. Now, I don't think that it's its fault for being ultra cringe. I asked the AI on my phone today, if there was a Shuckle in like the middle of Japan and it were to try to hunt me down, how long would it take to get to me? And it tried to argue that Shuckle, with a base speed of 5, moves like 75 miles per hour. And I was like, are you kidding me? The concept of the slowest Pokemon moving 75 miles per hour is horrifying. I don't know how it reached that conclusion. I think it's more likely that it's just like garbage AI more than anything else. But it was truly a scary fact to think about that little turtle moving 75 miles per hour across the ocean to kill me. I can love talking to the AI on my phone. I'm not lonely. Why would you say such a thing? It is kind of fun though. I just always assume it's really stupid. Oh, speaking of stupid things, I guess, I don't know if stupid's the right word. Discord's not going to sponsor me, heck it. Discord's requiring everyone to do like facial scans and stuff now to have like an account. I mean, otherwise your account's set to being like a child or a teen or whatever. But if you want to like access everything, or if there's like a server that has like anything like adult on it at all or questionable at all, you gotta get your face scanned now. That's pretty cool. I mean, frankly, it doesn't really bother me at all. It doesn't change anything meaningfully for myself, but I know that people really, really don't like it. I may be getting rid of Discord again. Yeah, I think that's a pretty common consensus. I have to imagine the main reason they're doing it is because they're trying to avoid getting the crap suit out of them or to meet some regulations. So like, I don't totally hold it against them. We're living in an age where like 20, 30 years from now, you're going to be like biochip scanned anyways. Do you see this flaw in my design? If anything attacks down here, there's not going to be any way to defend it. I need to go fix that actually. That should be sufficient to fix it at least, but it physically like could not see this corner. Like if a biter goes here, it's getting in. It's breaching the perimeter. I use Discord to like occasionally ooze about mobile game stuff. That's like one of the primary uses, and to ask my roommate if they're good for dinner now or need time, which is really funny. I want to start revealing this whole area with roboports, which is super bittersweet to do. It's also like a huge waste of resources. But if I start taking advantage of it, maybe I should start making sub-factories. Like, what can I do with coal processing? I can make a whole factory based on making explosives, maybe. Just like right here. Sub-factories is a fun idea. I haven't really taken advantage of trains as much as I should. I really only use them for like importing ore, but using them for finished goods is a fun thought. There's a whole iron patch right here. Ripe for synthesis? That's crazy. I can't believe I didn't notice that. Maybe I was waiting for artillery to successfully like kunk and bunk everything. That would make sense. I was in the pre-kunkatunnel, bunkatunnelness stage. Alright, so I'm going to change the assigned group. The Starfarer is going to request more supplies for artillery because, shockingly, I think we're like basically out, or at least we're getting fairly low. Yeah, we're not that low, but I think it'll be good to get more anyways. I want artillery shots. I like violence. What can I say? There has to be a better way than what I'm doing. I mean, putting it on a train would be the smartest way for sure. It's going to be way faster than bots, but I would have to set up a train perimeter around everywhere. Although, oh, you know what would have been sick? What if I just had like a single long train with artillery? So it would just park here, fire off a bunch of artillery shots, then go like pick up more ammo and then do it again. That would have been cool. It's too late now. This design is passive and very human in its design. How's the Artemis doing? Guessing 9k is enough to come home. Oh, 9k is probably not going to be enough to go home if it's going to keep plummeting like that. As long as we can make it over the halfway mark, we're good. So over 7,000 kilometers, I can just let it drift home for the rest. But man, does it process slowly. Something about moving like hundreds of kilometers per second is kind of ultra metal. Alright, we're making it home just fine. We're using the fuel up like as we get it, but it's no big deal. Yeah, I'm gonna just pause the thrust now. Now I'm gonna go send up more stuff to him. Speaking of, let us take advantage of Discord. See, we're doing dinner tonight. This music's kind of groovy. I just put on some copyright-free playlist, but no, not Gleba, not Gleba, not Gleba, not Gleba. I'm sorry, I got impatient. You gotta believe me. It's the attention span. There we go. Alright, so let's start sending stuff up to the Artemis. So we've got assembling machines. I obviously want roboports. As well as a good chunk of bots as well. Let me go see if I can nab some bots. Okay, 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 okay. My dinner plans have been sorted out. I mean, I guess not dinner plans themselves. I don't know what I'm gonna make yet. I was grabbing bots, so I will grab... There's a single uncommon logistics bot in here. Let it be free into the night. I mean, we don't really... I mean, we do need logistics bots. I was gonna say we don't really need logistics bots, but we certainly do. What the heck happened to our... Oh my gosh, these can take a bunch of modules? I forgot that we upgraded these machines. I'm gonna just stick prod mods in all of them, which will slow down everything. But when you have a crazy amount of production modules across a long chain, the result is a lot of materials saved. I'm really surprised that the bots had that many production modules ready to go, but I'm proud of them. They did good. They didn't let me down when I needed them most. Wow, it cleared out all the nests already over there. Well done. Heck, cool, so that was like a pretty smooth transition to pushing out another set. The biters just aren't that hard here. I guess we do have like a giant stone wall around our base. Alright, what else do we need? So I grabbed some of the bots that I need, but I don't have the logistics bots. I'm sure there are logistics bots in my network somewhere, but I'm willing to bet that most of them are in weird spots. Unfortunately, my red circuits are choked super hard right now. There's some logistics bots here, but they're doing their job like good little noodles. Wait, how many did it say of each was in the network? Oh, there's like 2,000. I mean, we don't need... I mean, 2,000 construction bots is kind of useful. I didn't do solar on this, but they would have been nice for that. I wish I could just say, give me these bots, but it doesn't quite work like that. Where are they all hiding? Maybe a lot of them are just working right now. There's 150 of them in here. Just grabbing 100. Alright, so we'll deliver this to the Artemis, and then for the next one... I really want to go to Fulgora, because I feel like, I mean, if we go to Gleba and we get epic quality, then we go to Fulgora, we could do some real quality shenanigans. That's kind of what my plan was. We could do some gnarly recycling when we get there and solve all of our circuit problems and all of our productivity module problems. Should be very, very nice. Okay, so we want the logistics box. I'm gonna just send several trips to these. I should really just use that one, but I've been lazy. Alright, I'll stop being lazy. You got me. Okay, that'll send 50 of those. Artemis. Send 50 of those to the Artemis as well. Don't remember if we want... Can we see any other Gleba recipes so far? I'm guessing no. We can see pentapods. That's kind of cool. You're into that kind of thing. We can. So biochambers can be crafted in assembly machines. Do chemical plants have any relevant things that we want right away? Because they're not that bad to make, but you do need at least circuits set up. Can sulfur be made in anything else? Cryogenic and chemical. So we definitely want chemical plants in there. Surely I have chemical plants in a box. Smile. Ha 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 ha. I have fooled you again. Didn't actually have chemical plants in a box. You have been tricked. Good day. You get nothing. You can have 10 chemical plants. I hope I didn't send any of these to the milk factory. No, the milk factory can't even accept anything. The milk factory is actually backed up. That's crazy. I just used so little space science. I mean, I guess I could discover Fulgora while we're sitting here. I might as well discover Fulgora. I don't see a reason not to. I was gonna wait on the science, but we'll just use 1,000 of the milk science. Calcium science. Do we need electric furnaces? We certainly do. So we will deliver some of that to the Artemis. I think I'm gonna go grab a stack of passive providers and requesters and storage manually. Looks like our circuits are healing slowly but surely. Emphasis on the slowly part for the red ones at least, because they're like barely spending anything else. But we're also using a bunch of blue circuits right now. So it'll be a while. So 50 of those for me. Those will take a while to stock up as well. And then 50 requestors. There they are. Just to get started. Requesters are convenient. We'll be able to craft them on site eventually. The ideal is always to make the planet self-sufficient, so that if I leave I can set up things on the go, so to speak. On fleek. Do people say on fleek? I don't even really know. I mean, I do know what on fleek means. I could put together the context clues. I just haven't been hip for a while, I guess. My roommate actually said swag like 3 times today, and I was like, I felt like I was losing my mind. I was like, do people say swag now? I know they did at one point, but did I miss out? Is it the time where like you kind of like loop back around to a trend? Like I got a Tamagotchi on my my keys. I need to check which ones we put on and which ones we didn't. The Artemis got a little bit of everything right now. It's looking pretty good for the trip though. Okay, it adds like an excess. I'll put on more productivity modules, I guess, too. And I'll put on a stack of quality modules in case we need those. It has plenty of modules now, at least to get started. We're gonna want some turrets. The issue is that we can't really use flamethrowers. Getting oil there is a huge pain in the tuchus. I can bring artillery, but I don't think artilleries are... I mean, it's probably nice to have some, but it's not super needed right now. But it is something we can at least set up in the meantime. Did I make an artillery maker and then get rid of it? Heckin' did. That sounds like me. Unbelievable. The audacity. Refined concrete is required for the precipice of success. How are there stone bricks on this line? That is like actually super alarming. I hope that that was like an extreme fluke and that there's not actually stone bricks going down the copper line, because there is, then that's going to be a real problem for future me at some point, let me tell you. I guess it won't be a problem. Eventually it'll just end up cycling to the end theoretically. I just won't know where it'll be and something might turn off if that happens. All right, so we're here for the refine the concrete. We can also start concreting our base to get around a little bit faster too. I think the downside of that is that it makes it so that the ground eats less pollution, because the ground tiles do eat a little bit of pollution. The upside is we get to walk even faster, but we're already walking like fairly quick. Okay. So we have an artillery being made. I'll take like a handful of shells. We'll just take 10 of them. Even with these 10, which is already going to take out like a bunch of the ship, it's probably not worth. I mean, how is it made? Explosives are going to be a little tough to make initially, but then like super viable later on. I could just ship calcite and tungsten plate in the future. That's what we'll do. We'll just bring like an initial supply. I doubt we'll need them, but if we can get like the drop on a pentapod and just like blow it out of space before it like becomes relevant with those 10 shots, that would be quite nice. Looks like the iron's getting healthy again, thankfully. But also, like, this is gonna take up so much of the rocket that I'm reluctant to even do it, to be honest. Anything else worth noting? Oh yeah, we should probably grab some heckin' substations and power poles. Yeah, like this is gonna take up most of our remaining storage, so I don't know. I mean, we'll do it, but we definitely want big power poles as well, so we'll bring those up next. I don't even think we've brought up inserters. No, maybe we've done bulk inserters, but maybe not the other ones. Let me see. We've got a little bit of everything. All right, we'll deliver just a start of those. We want miners as well. That's with an ER at the end. To preempt myself getting flagged by Twitch, that is MINER, as in rock and stone, as in coal, as in iron. Thank you very much. Do we have any big miner thingies here is the question. I feel like I've set down most of them, but it's possible we do have some in here. Sweet. 20 should be like more than enough. The planet doesn't really have much to mine to my memory. Are we winning? We're preparing a spaceship to go to the place with all the weird spider monsters, so I would call that a W. Honestly, I felt just like ultra miserable, like basically all day. So the fact that I streamed is kind of a W to myself, which is a little bit pathetic. I'll admit it. It's a little Weenie Hut Jr. I'm a little wow baby at times, but take the small dubskis when we can get them, you know? It looks like we are slowly but surely going to be stocking up. Are you already stocked up? You are. I think I'm gonna change these to 10. Actually, no, I'm gonna go hog wild on them. Hopefully I can find all of them. I can pinpoint them by using the circles. But my goal is to make it so that these will all hold even more. So that they can rain more instant carnage when we get another upgrade. What the heck happened over here? This one's just not working because it's slightly out of range. Nice. Explains why I've seen these there for a while. I was like, I'm surprised it hasn't shot yet. There's one like here-ish. There is indeed. I think that's basically all of them. This one was the first I did? No, okay. Cool. Alright, so we discovered Fulgora. Woo, we did it. Wow. So now we have only infinite technologies left other than when we go to space. That's cool. We're actually getting through the tech tree pretty good. I'm not against whatever I'm listening to, but it feels like it's really loud. So I have lowered it a little bit. Certainly on the stranger side of things I've listened to. But unfortunately, even if you like buy an album and be like, yo, Twitch, don't ban me. What I should do is like, whatever that was called. You do like a virtual audio cable thing so that my Twitch VODs just won't have the music on them. But the only issue with that is like, I'd have to see if I can figure out how to have it so that YouTube doesn't record the audio literally at all if I listen to copyright stuff, because YouTube just shuts down my stream like mid-stream basically if I have copyright music. They do not care. They have zero chill when it comes to copyright music. How's our production going? Are we still making shells? As long as we're still making shells, we're winning. Nice, so we stocked up on a bunch of stuff again. I'm gonna send you home preemptively just so I can pay attention and then turn that group back on. So we should be good to produce another approximately bajillion. How many have you made so far? You've made... Where the heck is it? 802 artillery shells, and all of them have been blasted off, basically. Much like Team Rocket. Maybe let's just go for, like... I want to go for artillery range 3, because it's going to be another 100. Oh, it's only 30%. I thought it was 100% each time. What the heck's 100% each time? Shooting speed? Oh, that's dumb. Shooting speeds? I mean, it's not that dumb. It could be kind of ultra cash money if we have them all with a bunch of shooting speed, expand the range, and they just, like, rain hellfire at once. How could you tell that I like violence? I don't actually like violence, for the record. But it is kind of funny to act edgy when playing such a nerdy heckin' game. I think next time we play, we're gonna go to Gleba. I mean, we're basically set up for it. Like, the place should be fine sitting above Gleba in theory. It's not the most optimal, but it should be fine just chilling above us for a while. We need turrets. That's what we need. Need some turrets, but we don't really have that much space left on the Artemis, do we? Yeah, we got plenty. We got 25 turrets on there already. So let me grab some red ammo. I could make uranium ammo too. Did I ever set up the uranium ammo? If not, I'd like to do that really quick because that's like a really good idea. What are they called? They're not are they? Okay, I was thinking they were cartridges, but they're magazines. As I immediately misspell magazine. Oof, really embarrassing moment for me right there. Yikes. I don't think it's viable for me to successfully recover from that, unfortunately. The sound of a grenade when you pick it up is kind of spicy. I guess I'll just upgrade this into a storage chest in case I ever like need a grenade for some reason. Our iron stack's looking dramatically healthier now that we're not doing a million things at once. The base can certainly keep up with like regular demands. It just struggles when the demand is extraordinarily high. What enemy do you see there? Oh, there's a little guy there. Okay, I keep getting lost in the sauce, just kind of standing still. Right, we are grabbing bullets. We are going to set up the uranium bullets. That's what was happening. Which should be really, really easy. Our uranium setup is down here. Where are spent casings? We have a boatload of them too, so this will be a nice thing to do. The issue is, how do I want to do it? I have a system that only offloads uranium when there's excess right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these 3 out of the system. I like how crunchy the uranium sounds. I know it's not a good idea, but I think that with the right circumstances, I may consider crunching on some uranium. And again, I identify it's not a good decision to make. But it just sounds so crunchable, you know? And yeah, that's something I have to live with. But I think that with enough effort really put forth in my life that I can probably be okay. I'd crunch some uranium with you? Oh my god. Is it Valentine's Day already? I didn't know people could say things that were so sweet. We could also make atomic bombs. Can you put atomic bombs on a ship, or are they too heavy? I feel like they're too heavy. Atomic. Too heavy for a rocket. Bah humbug. Ye of little faith. Believe you me. There's a will, there's a way. I'm gonna put a requester chest down here. I'm actually gonna be a little gooby here. I'm going to manually make some ammo. Which is, I know, torrentially cringe. I don't really know how much of it I want, and we're not using it regularly enough in the base for me to be like, this is a good idea. There's probably a good way for me to set up like a check for it, because we have it Kovarexing right now, which basically means we're consuming our excess uranium 238s and then turning them into extra 235s. That's like the long and short of what's happening. Which means that we're always creating uranium power. We have like such a crazy excess of uranium power. I guess as like a consolation, I could, I don't know, because the circuit condition now is so specific. There's got to be a way for me to be like, excess gets dumped here. Probably just like a splitter with a priority on one side would be sufficient. And just getting rid of all that extra like wiring. But we are making uranium bullets. These do 24 plus 24 rather than 8 plus 8, so they are quite strong, all things considered. Just gonna craft the one. We can't fit that many on a rocket. We can fit 100, and currently the Artemis is down to 1,000 slots left, or 10 slots, I guess. So we could fit technically up to 1,000 bullets. I think we'll only take like 200 or 300 of it. What else do we need? I know there's stuff we're forgetting. I don't think we need chemical plants. I don't know why we would need chemical plants, at least right off the bat. I don't even think we really need pipes. Hold on, I'm gonna reach out to my informant. Gleba checklist. I have uranium bullets being made, but not on ship right now. What am I missing? Probably more solar panels is a good idea. Although Gleba kind of stinks on solar panels. But we're gonna need at least some sort of like basic power to start. Oh, we got lightning rods. That's funny. I guess it's not really funny, but it is interesting. Solar panel. Actually, these are like not optimal to use, surprisingly. They're gonna take up more space on the ship, which is notably cringeroo. We could always send a second ship, but this is just like the one that I'm going to be landing with right away. Where are they? There they are. Deliver cargo. The Artemis. Now, can we place a landing pad on a rocket? We totally can. Then we will make one of those, because that'll be nice to have basically right off the bat. There's no downside to it. We need to go grab our own concrete. Oh, that's the fancy concrete. That's the gamer concrete. I need the not gamer concrete. There we go. Rocket silos are too heavy, so we'll have to make one on Gleba, but that's to be expected. Raw materials we can for heating tower and stuff, thanks. I don't remember what heating towers are made from. Concrete, boiler, and heat pipes. Heat pipes in general would probably be a decent idea since we have them made anyways. I'll grab a stack of heat pipes. Boiler, steam. Steam turbines are made from... Oh, we have steam turbines already, right? Let's wait for a couple steam turbines as well. Although I don't know how many we could feasibly fit. 10's like a decent enough start. We just need to get the factory going and then we can grow other stuff there, quite literally. Okay. So I will send up some steam turbines, the Artemis, a cargo landing pad to the Artemis. Go check on the uranium bullets. We're very much running out of space, but we can potentially make some. We're getting heckin' value town out of this rocket, let me tell you. I'll have to send up my armor too, so we need to send a space for the armor, save a space for the armor. Good to think about that now rather than much later. Right, I was looking at the uranium ammo. I lost my train of thought. It crafts a little slower than I would have liked, but I don't really think we can beacon it with where we stuck it, unfortunately. We'll just focus on one stack of that, and then we'll do one stack of red as well. Because we don't have that much space anyways. Oh, it only takes 50 of these? Is that the same for uranium? Oh my god, it's even worse for uranium. Alright, never mind. We're ixnaying the uranium idea. How many spaces do we have left on it? I'll do 50 uranium then, and 50 red, I guess. I didn't realize the uranium was heavier. It's so oofies. I read 100 for the stack size, but it's only 25 per rocket. Actually, wait, if it's only 25 per rocket, it should still stack to 100 up there, right? We should be fine. A lot more belts too? Oh. I didn't even notice, thanks. We do need a lot more belts. right, 8 more of these, then we'll go load up all those. We'll load up a bunch more belts. Some red ammo as well. Wonderful. The worst part of the Super Bowl, hands down, is that there's no more sports ball for a while. Even if I don't catch the games, I like kind of keeping up with how everything's going. Alright, deliver to the Artemis. Deliver to the Artemis. Okay, so we need belts. What else do we need? Honestly, it's looking pretty clean. Okay, cool. They do stack like normal. They just take a lot of rockets to fire up for some reason. Surprised water is such a pain. I feel like the Starfarer never struggled with water. Oh, hey, it's struggling with water. I guess because I had a nice buffer before. I don't really know how to fix that problem. I mean, I'm already kind of fixing it with this reprocessing. Honestly, you can just pause thrust and chill for now. We have plenty of science. Okay, so I'm gonna send a bunch of belts over the Artemis. We're getting close to our capacity though. We have 2 more spots because we need one of these to store our outfit. I genuinely think we're looking pretty good. Honestly, cliff explosives would be kind of nice, but I think I'm gonna just make those on Vulcanus because I don't think we set them up, have we? Cliff explosivo. We have not. They require calcite, so we could actually make them on Novice right now because we have calcite. But having some of those around in general would be quite nice. Would make things a lot less oppressive to build on. Honestly, it's probably easier to build it here. Yeah, because we just have explosives already. I guess I'll set up the cliff explosives here. I just woke up hearing you talk about explosives. Unfortunately, they're cliff explosives. We do have normal explosives, but Today we're talking about cliff explosivos and not normal explosivos, which I know is slightly less cool than normal explosivos. I accept that, and I apologize for getting your hopes up and then dashing them in such a profound way. But stuff's still gonna blow up, so that's something, right? Oh, that takes barrel? Heck. A barrel is steel, right? Or is it iron? It is steel. Perfect. I mean, kind of perfect, but also not perfect. Means I put this in an ultra cringe position rather than a normally cringe position. Change this over to a barrel. Need some calcite, which is right here, and then a grenade, which should be easy to make, I hope. I didn't know there was cluster grenades. I don't think I've ever seen those before. I think those would just get me killed if I tried to throw them. All right, so it's just coal and iron, so that should be fairly easy to create. I think I'll just request them. I get so lazy once I get requester chests. It's a real problem. So there's iron over there. Is there coal that makes it all the way up here? No, the coal dies here. Long live the coal. Thank goodness I took the time to set all this stuff up before leaving. Like, what a wise past decision that I made. Having to fly back here every single time that something was going on would be pretty annoying. So we'll have this make a grenade. We don't have to make these particularly quick. We'll have these just underground here. It'll be our secret. Please do not tell anyone or I will not forgive you. You have been warned. And that needs calcite, which is the easy part that I didn't do yet. Cool. So now we're making cliff explosives. Craft them pretty slowly, but we don't really need them that quickly anyways. Now if I have a chip request some cliff explosives, it'll fly over here, pick them up, and then we can have them delivered wherever. It should be easy enough. So not for this trip, but once they naturally accumulate, it'll be nice. Oh my god, I have so many stupid blueprints in this book, like that aren't actual blueprints. I'll put the volcanic ship in there though. I genuinely don't think there's anything else I really want to send up. I could send up another stack of pipes. We're certainly going to need more pipes at some point. We don't need a crazy amount at the start. Honestly, it looks like a decently stocked ship. Oh, we need to send up another thing of red ammo, and I just literally told them to take all the red ammo away from me, which is... I wouldn't say it's profoundly cringe, but it's certainly approaching that level. Cool. There's some here. But I think the Artemis is good to go to Gleba next time. I'm gonna have my ship not leave unless I'm on it. It's gonna stay on Gleba unless I'm directly on it, which is unlikely because once I get off the ship, I physically can't get back on until I basically not finish Gleba, but make a good chunk of progress on it. So I'll just keep it there until I want it to leave. Could send more undergrounds, I guess. I think I'll do undergrounds and splitters and then just call it a day. That sounds good to me. Oh no, wait, you know what? I forgot to check. What else I need for heating towers? Heating tower. Concrete boiler and heat pipe. So I should send up some concrete and boilers as well. No. Okay, I didn't want to move all of them. I just want to move one. Perfect. So boilers and then concrete. Those are what we need. I'll just send a stack of concrete and a stack of boilers. That'll be fine. It is the normal concrete, right? I just read it, but I don't trust myself. It is normal concrete. I'm gonna assume I don't have boilers automated in a box. I don't. How are they made? And how big is a stack? A stack is 50. They're made extremely easily, in fact, to the point where I have to go check again to verify that I'm not just making this up. Honestly, I can make the boilers on site with how crazy easy they are to make. But I will make some here. Had my voice heckin' obliterates itself for fun. Right, stone is what I need, and I took the thing that isn't stone. That's so quirky how that happens. All right, so the concrete needs to go up, so we will deliver that to the Artemis, and then once these boilers are done, I'll deliver those, and then it's full. Like, we physically can't. I mean, we can put other things on, but we really want to just put our suit on. I think I'm gonna just make a new gun when I get there. Physical projectile damage is a really wise upgrade to go for. How much does it give us? 20%? This is going to be good for like traveling in space and everything. I should have done this sooner. It is an infinite tech, so it's not like I can just get this one and then it's done. But every extra like damage a bullet we have, the less iron we use in space, the safer we are traveling from A to B if we get a big cluster of things, the less bullet consumption, which is also less iron we use in space. I haven't heard any attacks for a while, so it looks like our walls have successfully repelled the biter hordes and are now stockpiling 20 shots each. Which means we can probably go for an artillery shell range, but that's 4,000 after a... heck it. Well, I mean, we'll not do it right now. There's no real reason to at this exact second. I mean, I really want to get rid of this, actually, so there is kind of a reason to. Oh, look. Something expanded, or I guess maybe this one wasn't done yet. Heck it. Ba-dum. I wish I was an artillery turret. Life would be so fine.
Found marijuana in the house. Well, I never thought of myself as the type of father who'd have to drug test his kids. I'm willing to do just that if that's what it takes to find out who brought a joint into this house.
Dad, Lucy found something too.
Dad, I found a joint in Mom's dresser drawer.
Alright, so the Artemis is good to go to Gleba. We could make some more space to ship one more thing, but I really don't think there's anything we're missing. I mean, there almost certainly is. Like, I probably should just bring another stack of 10 Roboports, because 10 doesn't really do that much, and it's kind of annoying to get Roboports. I think I'll actually do exactly what I just said. And it was like a hypothetical thing, but I'm actually feeling it now. I wouldn't go as far as saying I'm really feeling it, but I'm feeling it. I almost just sent up more solar panels instead of Roboports. Cool. 20 sounds better than 10. And now my Gleba walls are pushed back, or not Gleba, my Novice walls are pushed so far back. My pollution is kind of going past this a little bit, which is unfortunate though. Cool, we're definitely Gleba prep now though. What do I want the Starfarer to do? I feel kind of bad just having it sit here. What would be a good use of it? I mean, we can go grab the Cliff Explosions. You know what? We'll send it to Novice right now. We'll send it to Volcanus, excuse me. And we'll have it go there. And we'll have it pick up the Cliff Explosives. We're going to make a new request group. We're going to have it grab Cliff Explosivos. We're going to have it grab, we'll say 400. How much does it stack? It's 50 per stack, or is it 20 per stack? It's 20 per stack. So that's a good chunk of Cliff Explosivos. How many have we produced so far on Volcanus? I don't remember. We're making them literally at all. We've made 80 out of the 400 request. So it'll just chill there for a little while. I could throw speed modules in it, but I don't know if it'll really make a difference. I mean, it will certainly make a difference. You know what? Fine, I'm crazy. I'll do it. Should really just like belt this over, but I was like, too lazy. So then I'm gonna have, wow, the Radiant Starfarer travels so quick. I'm gonna have it pick up Cliff Explosives, which is, I think it's already getting. At least I hear things firing off already. Because it has automatic requests being fulfilled, and I have only that on, so it's currently receiving Cliff Explosives. Once it's full, I'm gonna have it fly past both Gleba and Novice. I think I'll manually do it. And just have it drop off like 200 Cliff Explosives at both places. 200 should be enough for like a good chunk of stuff. I think the bots are pretty decent with using them, but if we use that, like, we could clear out this area and then just have this be like a factory here in itself. Though I don't know what we would do there yet. I'm really glad that the artillery turrets can auto-target through the Fog of War. It's really heckin' convenient. Alright, cool beans. I'm gonna wrap up there though. We got Gleba prepared now. Nothing really went bad. We've got some artillery flowing, but I gotta start getting dinner going because it's kind of getting late. Appreciate you hanging around. I had a nice time. Hopefully you did too. And hopefully we will see you next time. We're doing Arknights tomorrow as a heads up. At least I think it's going to be tomorrow. Whenever the Ave Musica event drops, we're going to be doing that. So look forward to it, hopefully. Anyways, thanks again and bye for now.